Are you ready for one movie that changed the world forever? I mean, at least that's what people say. I mean, A New Hope is seen as like a watermark for filmmaking. I don't mean to overhype it or anything like that, but that's just how people see it. Me, I see it and I'm just like, that's a pretty damn good space opera film.
That's a great samurai movie.
Oh yeah, it is. It is a very great samurai film. Set in space with laser swords.
Space wizards.
Space wizards! I trick you with my mind! That actually would make a pretty good hair metal song. A Queen-esque operatic song.
Sounds like something the Sword would sing, actually.
The what?
The Sword. I don't know who the Sword is.
I've heard, maybe.
Damn it, you need to listen to the Sword. They do like Lovecraftian lyrics and stuff about wizards and just space wizards and shit like that.
I thought, if anything, Kohai and Cambry
all
would
you
be on that
worldly
shit.
wizards in your ragged
I forgot to tell you this
finery.
before we started the reaction, so now everyone has to hear it. I pissed Kinsey off the other day by saying that MSI is just the baby of Muse and System of a Down.
Except for, no.
Okay.
They're nothing like either of those bands.
But if you put them together.
But
you have to understand.
Well, here's the thing, though.
We were listening to it when I said it.
Here's the thing, though. We don't live in an atomic age where you're able to literally throw two bands together and get something else. If a band comes up with something that, to you, sounds like something in between, that's technically not... That's inspiration, but that's not like carbon copying or anything like that.
So basically, my point was like the high notes and the... I don't know what you would call it. The effects.
The falsetto...
The effects that Muse uses.
Yeah.
But put with like the fucking craziness of System of a Down is what I was going for.
I can see that, although Derryn from System of a Down can get up there pretty high. I mean, he can scream.
I actually haven't listened to much of System of a Down. The only one I know every word of is actually Violent Pornography.
Listen to BYOB.
I actually haven't heard that one. I know it's one of the most popular.
Yeah. It's like, whenever you hear Derryn scream, it's just like... Jesus. It's like, why is on the board?
It's like, basically, MSI to me is like, if Marilyn Manson was trying to be less of like
a good one.
Gothic edgelord and more of just an edgelord that was trying to piss people off on the internet, that's
no,
where
I
MSI
agree.
comes
I agree with you there. Actually, Marilyn Manson needs to be thrown into this equation. I think we got the perfect.
Okay, so the tri-sided equation is Muse, System of a Down, plus Marilyn Manson.
The literal interpretation of Mindless Self-Indulgence is it's literally if Joan Vasquez was a band instead of a person.
Shit, you got me.
Yeah, there you go. So
the best part about
he even directed one of their music videos.
Yeah,
so.
Nick was real fast to like defend Muse and System of a Down, and then was like, "Wait, actually, I got a better one for you."
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, if Joan Vasquez was a band instead of a person.
But the song we were listening to when I said it, you could really tell what I meant, and Kinsey was just like,
what song was it?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I think it was that one you really liked.
Also, you have
something
to consider the different...
straight to video.
Also, you have to consider the different generations of Muse, because Muse's music, since Absolution, has changed huge amounts. Because you listen to Absolution, and then you listen to their newest album, it's like two completely different things.
Not to bring everything back to MCR every moment of my life, but MCR did the same thing where it's like completely different.
Well, yeah, you listen to their first album, and then
also
you listen
kind of associate MCR somewhat with MSI because the same people that listen to MCR also introduced.
Well, the bassist of MSI is Gerard Way's wife.
Oh, that's right.
Lindsay is Gerard Way's wife.
I always forget about that.
And they have a child named Bandit. It's a girl.
That is awesome, and
it's Bandit Lee Way.
I think I'm gonna name mine. I'm gonna have a child and name it Ranger and Bandit.
That's cool.
They're like,
I remember
when
someone originally told me that they were married, I was like, "Damn, she's married." Sucks.
That's one. Is that one of them?
She's very beautiful.
She's cute.
It's like, damn, she's married to
But
Gerard
I'm pretty
Way.
sure one of my Facebook statuses was at one point like, I can't believe Gerard Way is prettier than his wife.
Are you saying that now?
I disagree on that one.
No, this was like way back. This was probably like Danger Days era Gerard Way with that red hair.
Yeah.
He was looking great.
And then he started to look like, an out of shape dad.
So he has this trend where he does that. It seems like he throws himself completely into his arts, his comics, the Netflix show, I guess.
Yeah,
and he lets himself go, and then he always comes back around. It's weird.
Well, whenever he gets back into performing, I think he does try and make himself look better.
Might need to adjust audio levels because Quinn keeps redlining.
Quinn's
not very loud.
Yeah, I turned Quinn down.
I thought I was a little high.
Not that kind of.
Little high, little low.
No, I wish.
I know I definitely redline, but I think I'm just holding the mic too close to my face.
Well, if you're in the red, that's okay as long as you're not like peeking out like in the middle or past here.
It was like pretty up there when you got like, certain tones.
But
when I got excited.
But Quinn is now officially elated that MCR is back together and is.
And they keep throwing out teasers and then deleting them.
Oh,
they keep doing that.
Well, it's because they want that. They want you to go insane.
I need I'm trying.
You need confirmation.
I'm trying to save as much money as I can.
Because you know you're going to go to their show.
Because I know their ticket will be at least $125 or $150.
And you need to save it for two because
I have to buy two.
You got to drag Kinsey along with you.
I don't know if it would. I mean, I'll go by myself. If I can't afford two, they're fucking out of luck.
Well, if they have to, they will.
I might make them come with me and stay in the hotel with me, but I'll leave to go to the show.
Damn, they're just wanting to leave you behind, aren't they?
They understand. This is my important.
Fair enough. That's
I don't want to go with them to. Well, I'm not going to get into this.
Fair. Okay, look, I for the longest time your whole thing about MCR. I get that. I get that. Big time. And you've not been able to indulge yourself on MCR because MCR has been broken up.
Oh, I listen to them all the time. But it's like you crave something new and different after the 50th listen of an album.
Well, for me, it's a bit like... no, I'm not going to say it because it'll sound creepy. Okay.
What the fuck, Nate?
Okay, no, here's the thing. Christina Hendricks, my dream woman, who I love to death. She's funny, she's awesome, she's... tall, beautiful, flowing red hair, love her to death.
I don't know who it is, but...
well, she was on the show Mad Men. She was the head secretary.
From the description, I thought you were talking about from the Marvel film, that lady with the red hair.
No, here, I'll show you Christina Hendricks. It's probably my favorite picture of her. Where's it at?
Oh, you have a favorite picture of her.
What? Well...
It's okay, I have one of Gerard, too.
Here, okay. This is a little bit closer.
She is busty.
Well, she's a very beautiful, beautiful woman. And she's also very funny and everything. But here's been the problem. Ever since 2009, she's been married. She's not married anymore. And I'm just and I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh God, I feel bad because I want her to be happy. But at the same time, it's just like, so you're saying there's a chance.
Well, Nate, you're gonna have to go wherever the hell she lives and stand in the grocery store.
Whoa, Quinn! I'm not gonna stalk her.
No,
if anything, I'm just gonna put the feeler out there, and be like, "Hey, Christina,
how are you gonna get in touch with Christina?
I don't know. If I put the feelers out there on the internet and I say, "Hey, Christina, please go out on a date with me. I'm not a creep. Also, if you want me to wear a straitjacket and you have a gun, so you can shoot me if you feel uncomfortable." I'm cool with that.
That's how I want to go.
No, I wouldn't. I don't want to go out, period. I don't want to go out, period.
On a date with Christina Hendricks would be high on your list of ways to go, though.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But here's the thing. I have loved Christina Hendricks ever since I saw her in the MTV series. It's going to sound very bad for me saying this, or stripped, actually, now I think about it. Here's the thing. It was about... I watched it around the time I was in college, and it reflected some stuff that I was questioning in college and everything, and it's just all about when you're young and you have all these questions, no answers, and you're just like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? You have that whole segment.
That was a pretty hard hit to your own face right there.
It was.
You kidding me? I can do it on a regular.
Stop it.
I got a hard hit.
Stop it.
Are we supposed to be watching a Star Wars movie or something?
Oh yeah, this is about A New Hope.
Yes. Which Christina Hendricks is talking about being in the new Star Wars film. Which, please.
Oh, so this did kind of wrap around to Star Wars.
To some degree, although...
That if I ever wanted to meet Gerard Way, all I have to do is go to LA and stand in a comic book shop every day until he eventually shows up. I mean...
It's just you're going to be in the wrong one literally every day, and he's going to show up in the one that you were in yesterday.
Yeah, I'll have to switch to find out which one he goes to.
You'll have to get his regular schedule of comic book shopping. Be like, I could see you leering behind like the,
a bush or something, like the fence.
and then you're just like.
I don't know that I don't know if I would even approach him though, because I hate the idea of like approaching someone famous when they're out trying to live their
I
life.
think the same way.
Well, they have to expect it to some degree, and I think as long as you're not like ultra abrasive and like expecting something from it, if you like come up to be like, I love your music, I just wanted to say thank you for being who you are and being the
I
awesome
would definitely
person
be
that you
chill because I would want to respect boundaries.
Exactly.
Someone posted a thing the other day, and they were like, "Yeah, we saw Samuel L. Jackson at an airport, and me and my brother were like being like, oh man, I want to ask him for a picture, but I don't want to bother him, And then he noticed apparently and came over and was like, "Y'all looking for a photo?" And just
Y'all want a photo?
Wait, I think he said, "Y'all motherfuckers want a photo?"
I can imagine saying that.
So they're like, "Yeah, actually."
I love Samuel L.
Just
Jackson.
depends on who it is. I
That
guess.
dude is
great.
eternally
They might
cool.
approach you.
He will always be eternally cool in my book. All right. Well, we got Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope queued up here. Let's get it up on screen and let the memories roll. Here we go.
What memories?
Here's the thing. Back in 1977, the original cut, Han Solo shot Greedo, the dude holding him up, and killed him with no repercussion or anything whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
George Lucas, as time went on, said, maybe I should have made it to where Han didn't really have a choice but to shoot the guy. He already doesn't have a choice. The guy literally has a gun on him. What do you do? Instead...
He feels like it made Han Solo look like too much of a bad guy for him to just blow Greedo's face off.
Even
So
though
he added
Greedo
in
already
that
has a gun
second
pointed at
laser
him.
shot that shot the wall. Greedo didn't actually pull the trigger in the original. Han just blew his face off.
Yeah. Whereas in the updated version in 1997, the one I watched in theaters, had it to where Greedo shot first and Han dodged out of the way real quick, and then Han shot back, which was
This
so
was
stupid.
at least updated to where they shot it
At the same
exactly
time.
the same time.
Yeah.
I did just notice that. That's pretty cool.
That's better.
Yeah, that's better. It's still not as
So
cool
this
as
is
the
not
original.
thing you're
though.
mad about.
No,
Okay.
I'm mad. That's
No,
one
it's
thing.
a
I'm
thing. This
mad
whole
about.
Star Wars fandom has always been kind of.
I didn't know
about.
that that's the change that they
Make
made.
a huge fuss. I don't get
I'm
it.
not.
You just said it was better though.
It's
It is
just-
better this
Han
time,
seems like more
but
of a
it is not
badass
better
for just
than the
blowing his
1990s
face off.
or the
straight up.
1977, when it originally came out.
Yeah.
When it originally came out, Han shot first without Greedo even getting a shot off.
Yeah, he didn't even pull the trigger.
Exactly. Whereas
And they added it so he wouldn't look like he was so.
Yeah, so he wouldn't look like he was such a cold-blooded guy.
even though Han himself is, at this point in his character arc, is a very cold-blooded guy because that's just who he is. And it's such a representative thing as character growth. And why George Lucas added that, I have no idea. Because
it kind of just subtracted from the growth. throughout
Yeah,
the series.
indeed. It's just... That's one little caveat. That's one of my biggest caveats. But I am at
Literally,
least
if you
glad...
ever see a T-shirt that somebody's wearing that says Han shot first, that's why.
Yeah, which is why I will at least say this. I am glad they had them both shoot at the same time. That's better than Greedo shooting
Yeah,
first.
I didn't know they were going to do that.
I didn't know that
That's pretty
either. That's why I'm not as mad.
Yeah.
You see,
I don't see the problem.
trust me. Given this is your first exposure to it, so at least you're saved from having the image burned into your head of Han shooting first. This would be
Did it look completely different?
yes. It looked stupid. Because Han in the 1997 version ducked his head out of the way, and it was so obvious it was added in because it looked so awkward and so stupid. And
If it looked stupid. Why are you mad about this one? Is what I don't understand.
because I'm not mad. I'm not as mad about this one than the 97 version. There's so many that it's just why change it? Why make the change?
I mean, it does seem like a very small change, but
it adds to the character. It's the small changes that matter the most.
yeah. But if they shot at the same time, I mean, there's no way that he knew at that moment the guy was gonna pull the trigger.
Well, but at the same time, I mean, Han shooting first is a better character choice because Han at this point is supposed to be a cold-blooded person.
But he could have. What I'm saying is, he basically could have had the mentality to think he was shooting first, and then that guy just also happened to shoot at the same time. So I don't see the problem. Now, if he was shot at first,
This is the very original.
okay.
It's just kind of like, damn.
Just takes out the whole
He
thing.
just blew that fucker away.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole thing. Whereas in this, I like this better than the 97 version.
Yeah.
But compared to the original, I'm still
Also, the
mad about
'97
it.
version, they like made like this weird
Wait,
little
there's
cut
another
where
version?
like, yeah, that's what we're talking about. That
There's-
second
I
version.
missed the 97 version part. That's why I was so confused on what
No,
you were trying
no.
to say.
You see,
In the '97
original-
version, Greedo literally shoots first, and they made this weird little cut where Han kind of goes like this.
Okay.
So it was stupid. It
At
looked-
some
and it
point,
looked
I think you
awful.
accidentally said 77, and
yeah,
I got
I'm
messed
sorry
up.
about that. It's because 97, 77, 20 years. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I'll just say this: the original version
People are
good.
pissed about
was
that
great.
'97.
The
version, is what people are
'97
pissed
version,
about.
the special edition, where George Lucas made it to where Greedo shot first and Han did like the awkward like.
Yeah.
I was confused because at some point you had said 77 is when
I'm
he
sorry about
ducked,
that.
and
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
sorry
that
about
doesn't
that.
make sense. What are
Yeah,
you talking
sorry about that.
Okay.
Numbers, years, ain't they fun?
Yeah.
Sorry, but anyway, that was my biggest caveat, my biggest
Okay.
problem.
That's the part I wanted to be here to talk about. I'm gonna run smoke a cigarette since I've seen this movie before, and I'll be right back.
Okay,
You guys continue.
okay. So yeah, that whole thing happened. But anyway, Han Solo, after doing that, does this. What's up?
So I got in a discussion with some folks on Discord about why the Empire doesn't just take their Star Destroyers, which are perfectly capable of bending a planet, and glassing them the way that Covenant do, you know? With, like, lasers and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't take into account, they brought up a good point, that most planets have those planetary shields, so it's just not that effective, and the Empire made this giant ball that will just pop them
Yeah.
instead.
Pop them like they will pop them like a balloon. And yeah, that's the thing about the Death Star, is that it is a planetary destroyer. It's a devastating weapon. Whereas Star Destroyers, there are defenses against Star Destroyers. You know, you can take out their generators, you can disable them like we saw in Rogue One. But right here, the Death Star being as big as it is, the size that it would be very difficult to take it down without a massive military operation infiltrating and disabling all the generators, which, you're not going to get that many people on board because of its defenses.
It was an interesting discussion.
Oh, yeah. It's very interesting, but yeah. So, yeah, Alderaan's destroyed. Leia's home
Great.
planet is gone.
Now you know what it does when it's fully turned on.
Devastating.
So it was
ain't
pretty destructive in Rogue One, but it's just kind of like poof, gone. Like when it's
Yeah.
all turned on. It's like shit.
Well, yeah. That's...
That was good. So now it's over, right?
Yeah.
Why the hell didn't Chewie get a friggin' medal?
Not just Chewie, but Wedge.
Wedge as well, yeah. Where's Wedge's? And where's
Wedge backed up Luke for as long as he could. He was an integral part of it, and he survived, so he should have got one too.
Exactly. You know, Quinn. If if Kinsey keeps doing that to you, you can just do the thing that Zach showed you to do.
No, don't throw me on the ground.
I don't know. Yeah, I remember how to do it, actually.
It's very easy.
I'm very
So the other thing,
Oh yeah.
I can't believe there's 5 more movies.
we need to bring the other thing up and re-react to it.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Let us proceed with that. Don't worry. It's not long. It's just
Yeah, but like I know Darth Vader isn't dead. Because I'm not stupid, but like also he should be. You know, they could have ended it right there, but it's a whole thing.
Well, there's also someone else you've heard about that you haven't even seen yet.
Anakin.
the Emperor.
The actual ruler of the Empire.
Yeah.
The Empire's not dead because the Emperor's still alive,
Yeah, but
Yeah, it just broke their nice toy.
I guess.
and therefore they
I
have
guess
plans.
Darth Vader chickened out and escaped.
I mean, they have the data and the plans. They can build.
He didn't
That
check it
again,
out. One of
so-
his co-guards knocked
But he
into
did-
him and threw him into space.
Yeah.
Was that shown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He literally, one of his buddies got thrown
Yeah,
into
that
him.
first TIE fighter blew up. That second one flipped and knocked into his
Knocked-
wing, and it flipped him, and he just went spinning out into space.
And then it showed him flying off into deep space.
Yeah, and then
Oh,
he,
that was
like,
so
by the
great.
time he corrected himself, the Death Star had blown up. So he's
I
just
guess I
like, well,
thought it
fuck
was a random pilot.
That's fair, because they're all wearing glossy black helmets.
This
Yeah.
is true. This is very true.
I was thinking like he was on that. How is this gonna go any further?
So, this is Star Wars SC-38 reimagined. This is if the franchise was made nowadays, this is how the fight scene between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan
could have gone.
could have gone. Because here's the thing about both of them. The more when we watch the prequel films, you'll see just how badass the Jedi used to be.
Much better lightsaber duels.
Yes. And this is akin to that. this is hands down to me like one of the better like fan things that have been done in the Star Wars galaxy.
Even later on in this series, like
Well, yeah.
like in the original trilogy, like there's still some better lightsaber fights.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I like.
That's definitely the weakest one.
Yeah, the first one between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader is the weakest one.
Oh, I
This
didn't
puts
think
it,
it looked very intense at all. I was
No.
like, okay, so they're
Well,
just kind of.
In Empire
touching
Strikes Back,
swords.
it is it's better. Return of the Jedi. I'd say. I
Oh,
don't know. They
it
both
just gets better
They're
from
both
here.
yeah. They're both better in the next two films. But in the prequel trilogy, lightsaber duels between
Yeah,
like
they-
full power Jedi's and
They
everything,
fucking rock in the
they
prequel trilogy.
kill. They like are awesome.
Even in the new shitty ones, like the lightsaber duels are still pretty badass.
Yes.
Yeah, this one just looked like they were touching
Tap-
swords.
You want to know
Especially
the
the
thing?
part where like Obi-Wan's
That's-
kind of just like.
That's actually
Yeah.
that's actually the thing about it. Doug Walker said the exact same thing. He's like, it's just basically two old men tapping swords together.
Yeah.
To which
Not to make it gay, but
well, to which
Well.
to which here's the thing about that. They like Doug edited the conversation between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan, and it was pretty much Darth Vader going, "Hey, Obi-Wan, remember back when we used to lightsaber fight over pits of death and everything? Sure do. We got so old." Preach. They just kept fighting. But this is what I imagine the fight would have gone more akin to if these were made nowadays. So anyway, this is Star Wars SC-38 reimagined for the Quintertainment, if you will. Let's.
I won't, but okay.
I'm sorry. I had to make a pun about it. So submitted for your Quintertainment. All right. This was like these parts were directly cut from the film, and then you'll notice which parts look different.
They went a little over the top, but it was still good.
What this? Yeah. Well, I mean, come on, dude. This is before stable cams were like.
The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
Only a master of evil, gods.
Your powers are weak, old man.
You can't win, Darth. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
And I will show you the true nature of the Force. There is no escape.
Now's the chance, go. Come on, R2, we're going. Ben?
much more what I expected.
That's much
Don't
more
worry.
what you have to look forward to, at least.
Yeah, you'll look forward to more of that. So
You'll
you'll expect that more and more as the
I
series
still
goes
love
on.
those guys for making that.
Oh yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know how they made it look that convincing, but it is
I know,
bitchin'.
it looked really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I went into this thinking I would hate Star Wars. I really did. I'm kind of mad that I actually want to watch the rest of it.
When you initially said I'm not expecting to like this, I was kind of like, I think you're mistaken.
Ooh, I'm so picky.
Yeah, I'm like,
I know you're picky, but it's just like knowing some of the other stuff that you do like. I'm just like, I
Sorry,
think you would
I-
probably
I'm
like Star
super
Wars.
picky, and I have to go into it on a day where I feel like being receptive of something new, or I'll hate it.
Yeah, I can feel
If you
that
try
sometimes.
to force me to see something, I won't. I came around to this myself and messaged Nate. If Nate had tried to call me over to do it, I probably wouldn't have liked it.
Yeah.
Well, I would have liked it, but I wouldn't have wanted to do
Well,
it. And it would have been like pulling my teeth to get me to sit down and watch it.
I figured it would happen when you wanted it to, Quinn, and I didn't want to force it.
I didn't think I'd like Game of Thrones.
See, like, there's certain things, like, if you were to right now be like, hey, we're going to react to Hateful Eight, I would probably be open to it right at this very moment, but I get in weird moods where I don't want to watch Western shit.
That's fine. That's fine.
And, like, so I feel that to an extent, because it's like, sometimes I have to be in a certain mood for certain genres of things.
I have to,
And-
like, if it's going to be something new where I need to sit down and actually pay attention to it, I have to be in the right mindset. Or
Yeah.
you're wasting your fucking time.
That's understandable.
So, but, like, I didn't think I'd like Game of Thrones when we went into it. I think I said the same damn thing. Or
yeah,
if
it was around.
If it
the
wasn't
middle of
on
season
camera, I
1.
did say it.
Yeah, you did for the first 3 or 4 episodes.
I was
Then
like, I'm
around
not sure
episode
about this.
5 or 6, you were just like, okay, I can get into this. And then episode 9 happened, and you were in. You were in for
I
the
was
long
in,
haul.
but I don't know why I was in because I was very
Because you were
upset.
crying. You're
Yeah.
like, what the fuck am I watching right now? That's hands down like one of the most emotive moments I've ever seen anyone go through when it came to that moment.
Yeah, my face definitely hits like 5 different expressions.
Yeah, you hit all stages of grief right then and there. And then you just go right into acceptance. You're just like, what the fuck? I'm like, yes.
I've shown that to Kenzie because my face, I'm puzzled and then I kind of relax.
No, here's what you do. You kind of scrunch up a little bit, and then you look around at the rest of the people, and you're like, "Oh," and then you just start.
Oh, like
what the fuck?
you can see me throughout. It's not all in there because we have to cut it, of course.
Yeah,
But you
yeah,
can see
yeah.
me throughout thinking, oh shit, they're gonna do it, and then going, oh no, they're not. So I'm like, oh no, Arya's gonna do something.
And then
it's
you
fine.
see the sword
and
fall,
then it
and you're like,
happens, and I'm like,
what? Yeah, they kill the main character, the guy you think is going to be the main character of the entire show, right there,
and
right in that episode. You're
it
like,
just really threw me for a loop. I had
didn't
not.
even-
It hadn't got spoiled for me or anything.
It pays to know who that actor is and the fact
gonna
that he
say- Well,
always
that's the
dies
thing.
in everything.
Quinn doesn't know.
I didn't know. I had
Quinn
no
didn't know who
idea.
Sean Bean was.
I was like, that motherfucker played by Sean Bean. He ain't making it to the end of the first season. I literally said that when I started watching it. And I was like, yeah, he's dead before the end of the first season.
But Quinn's ignorance to that is what lent that
It was
that
really
shock.
good. It was really good.
Yeah.
And I feel like we got the same thing out of watching Rogue One first.
Yeah,
I didn't
'cause-
cry, thank God. But I definitely really did care about every character. They just suddenly all died.
You were mostly just mad at us.
I felt betrayed.
Well,
Especially
the
for
thing
the
is,
robot.
but to me that's the analogy, because where all of us experience Star Wars a certain way, and then you start experiencing it in a way we've never seen before, we're actually going through this experience with you in some
And
sort
you're
of
hearing
way.
my thoughts, and you're like, oh, it'll make sense. Like, you're jumping ahead. Like,
No, and that's a good thing that you're thinking that far ahead, because that means you're intrigued, you're interested, you want to
I
know
want to
about the
understand.
I
destination.
like it because even though you've already experienced it slightly out of order, you've had basically the same, like, couple of things that, like, I did to an extent. So, like, in a couple places, and just like, that's cool that, like, even though you kind of knew this ahead of time, you're still kind of like, oh, like, about, like, certain
do you
things. Yeah.
remember an example or no?
I can't remember, like, I'm spacing off the top of my head.
Of like what the
of like a time that when Nick watched this for the first time, we had the same thought just now.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I would say,
I know one of them was during Rogue One, and I was like, I'm surprised like you said that, considering this is the first one you're seeing.
yeah.
Oh,
No, I get what you,
I
get
don't
what
know
you're saying.
anything, so that's
remember
weird.
what it was now, but I'd have to watch it to figure it out. Because I remember thinking that when we were watching, I was like, huh, surprised you.
Maybe someone watching this video will know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Maybe, I don't know.
maybe they can go back and find moments and
I'll go
find,
back and
like,
watch them. Like,
Maybe I said something
So
that was
I
just
can-
really like foreshadowing, and you were just like, you don't even know.
I think it was you said something, and you're like, this is gonna happen, isn't it? And I was kind of just like,
I don't remember what I
like
called.
the side eye type thing.
I
It's
have
like,
no idea.
Yeah,
what
side-eyeing
that totally
so
happens.
hard. Yeah.
But I ain't gonna say
If any
anything.
of you commenters remember, put it down there, but put like a Quinn, don't read this, and some inner bars. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
if it spoils anything that we
Yeah.
haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
I do read
Quinn,
the
be wary.
comments of these videos because I like to know what people are saying. So if you're gonna type a spoiler, that's fine, but put like a warning and like make it to where I have to hit read more or something.
Yeah.
I'll respect
yeah.
that because I want to experience this.
It's like, Quinn, spoilers, no read, por favor.
We can't stress enough that Quinn hasn't seen any Star Wars. Not the next episodes, not Clone Wars. They haven't played Lego Star Wars.
I really don't know anything.
My recommendation, since
Except
you
for the
do
thing.
like it so far, is that when we finish this, we should tack the Mandalorian onto the end of it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Have you guys
Because
not
the
reacted to
Mandalorian-
No, we have.
He hasn't.
He's.
I've actually watched it all, and it's bitching.
I've seen
So,
I'm into.
episode or two. It's good.
okay,
I
yeah,
think
we should
that
do
coming
that at
out
the
and
end
me
for sure.
hearing about how good it was like kind of got me interested anyway. So I would be in on that, but you guys would have
And
to
if
wait.
you all in your spare time want to watch,
Like
Clone
Solo
Wars,
or
I
if
don't
you
know if I want
I don't
want to
watch show
right
them
now.
Clone Wars until they've seen episode 2 at least.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So we're doing. It's 4, 5, 2,
2,
3,
3,
6.
6. Yeah.
Maybe 1.
I'd
And
say
maybe
a-
one, depending
after
on
we
what you
finish
think.
the original trilogy, if you guys want, you could always check out Solo if you feel like it.
Yeah, Solo's also one that you can go back and
I-
look at.
I hope I don't get shit for this. Just like when I said I didn't like Tyrion at first in Game of Thrones. He grew on me over time.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to warm up to Tyrion.
Well, of
but-
course, because you gotta think he's.
I had
I
like
love
an
Tyrion
immediate
from the
hatred for
beginning.
every Lannister. So
Well, yeah.
I was just
because you
immediately
assume
on board for Tyrion because I was like, he's witty. I like it.
He's a witty. He's a witty short
I wore
man.
that yesterday,
I
but
couldn't-
thought I had my drink and I
No,
nothing
things,
shirt on.
I said the same thing about him, and I got a lot of shit. So hopefully this is
Well-
not the same here. But I did not feel like a interest or connection in Han Solo.
Well, the thing is,
I
you
didn't
get to
at
know
first either.
him more and more as the films go on, and you start to see why he's such a lovable scoundrel. Because the thing is, he's a morally gray person.
It's
he's
his
a
personality. Really, if you think about it, I didn't like Tyrion at first, and he's kind of this series Tyrion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of.
So
is.
maybe it takes me a while to warm up to this.
I would actually say he's closer to the guy that was friends with Tyrion.
Bronn.
Littlefinger. Or...
Yeah,
Bronn.
Braun. He's
Bronn.
closer to like a Braun.
No, I liked
but-
Braun pretty good.
Yeah.
So.
Well, don't worry. Here's the thing about Luke. Luke, right now, to me, but at the beginning of this film, I couldn't stand him when I first watched this. To me, he was a whiny little farm boy who just expected too much of the world. But by the end of this series, I come to respect him a lot as a character.
The moment where I actually started to care about Luke was when his aunt and uncle
Yeah,
were
Owen and
killed,
Beru.
because
yeah.
at that moment he lost all of his family and
All that
he
he'd ever
had
known.
like a motivation to go fight,
Yeah.
and that's the kind of thing that gets me to like someone.
Yeah,
So-
well, I mean, given what he lost, he lost literally all the family that he ever known.
R2-D2 is my favorite character right now.
Of
though.
course, that's what everyone
Bleep,
goes
blip.
to. Bleep,
The
blop.
place I
I
actually
think the
started to like
subtitles
Han
helped with
was
this.
the yeah, you're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing. Go home.
Well, that's
Like,
the thing with
it's
him.
like,
It's a big
yeah!
cathartic moment when Han actually does come back and help Luke at the end.
That
That's
was
a
good.
big cathartic moment, and where a lot of people really started to like Han because
that's
even
the
though
like,
he's a
hey, he's
scoundrel,
okay. moment.
even though he's a scoundrel and is mostly a morally great character, he knows what's right.
It definitely helped.
Leia, I'm glad she actually got.
They were saying Leia,
Well,
basically.
in certain
They go back and
aspects,
forth.
they go back and forth in this one. In the next one, they 100% know Leia. They
Yeah, like 5 or
that
6
one old
seconds
man
people
explaining the
Leia.
map plans. Princess Leia. When I heard that, I'm like, do what now?
I literally was sitting here like, have I been looking like a fool every time I've said this name?
Tarkin said it, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Also, he
Well-
wasn't saying Millennium Falcon. He was saying like Falcon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tomato at that point because
Okay.
it's pronunciation ticks and all that.
And I was like, oh,
I've heard
God.
people call it the Millennium Falcon, Millennium Falcon. The Falcon thing comes from like the British actors they got for this because they wanted actors who were not afraid to, who were actually experienced with like Shakespearean stuff, and they wanted to put them in a space opera.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of the actors in this are British, Irish, and the only Americans are really Carrie Fisher, and
Who's great, by the way.
yeah, as Princess Leia, Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, and Darth Vader.
Harrison Ford is a big name. Who's that?
That's Han Solo.
It's Indiana Jones.
It's
Okay.
like Indiana Jones.
Is that also Indiana Jones?
Yes.
Okay.
And,
I don't know.
It's
actors and
okay.
Stuff.
It's fine. He's
I know Tom Holland and like things like that. If that, Robert Downey Jr.
Tom Holland be a good young Jedi.
oh well. Actually, they are thinking about doing a couple things with Star Wars moving forward. They're thinking about doing the Old Republic trilogy, and they're actually
I'm so
talking
in.
about Keanu Reeves coming in to play a character,
I
I
know which
recognize-
character too.
Revan.
I recognize
one.
him just because I've seen so many pictures of him with memes and all that.
Yes,
So.
like sad Keanu, happy Keanu. But yeah,
He was
they're
in
talking-
Fortnite. Like we
Yeah.
can't miss him.
And there's also the John Wick movies, which are
Oh,
awesome.
we found out what that symbol was that I had said kind of looked like
Yes.
the Siva symbol.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
the Sith symbol. Was that what it said?
In Fortnite, it's called the Sith symbol. I don't recognize it. It must be from the new trilogy.
Maybe so.
Like the new. I don't know.
The new
It's
Sith
kind of like
Order
a weird.
trilogy. I
It
don't
doesn't
know.
look as much like the Sith symbol as I had thought. I have like
Ow.
we've talked about last time. I have that aphantasia, so like I can't repicture what I saw.
No, it's
But-
fine. It's fine. But
That's how I thought it had looked. If that makes sense.
and that's fine, Quinn. I mean, everyone has the like. For me, I misremember stuff. Hell, there's a Mandela effect thing that goes with this. Movie series. People swear to God, up and down, they remember C-3PO having a red, was it his arm or his leg that was red?
He didn't.
I don't remember for sure.
He did in one movie.
Well, he doesn't in this.
In the new trilogy, he does.
Well, yeah, I know that, but they said that they remembered it back in like promotional pictures for the original trilogy.
The Mandela effect that I have from this movie, and I know exactly why I have it, is it's just I mix up two scenes. Is I thought there was a stormtrooper at some point that says, "I can't see a thing in this helmet. How am I supposed to fight?" But it says like with the blast shield down, I can't see a thing. How am I supposed to fight? And then later on, he says, "I can't see a thing in this helmet."
Yeah, it's a
For some reason, I
misassociation
put
between the
those
two
two
lines
together and
Luke
mixed
says.
them up, yeah.
Yeah, that happens. Another Mandela effect moment that I had with this is I swore up and down that it
And you
was.
can't talk about the big Star Wars.
Oh no!
Mandela effect.
It's in this film.
I know what one you mean.
It's in this one. I swore up and down that Obi-Wan Kenobi was the first one to say, "May the Force be with you," but turns out it was Han Solo who said it
I
first.
thought that was really interesting because I knew that was like a popular line, and I was like, "This guy's the first guy to say that."
Yeah, I was like, wait, didn't Obi-Wan say it first?
He
No,
didn't. He was
it's Han
saying it
Solo.
differently every
No,
time.
he-
The
well,
Force will always be
and
with
when
you.
Yeah,
or
the Force will
something.
be with you always.
Yeah, okay.
Will always
so
be
you're,
with you,
You're,
I think is what
you're
you
saying
said.
like to word it exactly like.
Yeah, may the
Yeah.
Force be with you.
He was the first one to say it worded like that.
And
'cause
that gives away to Star Wars Celebration Day. May the 4th. May the 4th be with you.
which I'll actually care about this year.
A first time for everything. So, Quinn,
So there's a big Mandela effect that's really interesting. Later,
there's
I guess?
and it'll be explained later. We
Well,
can't really
we'll
give it
get
away
that
now.
sounds so interesting if it's big. Like
Yeah, there's.
Oh
a big
yeah,
one.
it's a big one.
It's big enough that you will probably have heard this somewhere in your life, but we'll get
Probably.
there.
I won't remember it until you tell it to me.
No.
Well, yeah, we'll see. But all that being said, though, I mean, when it happens, trust us, we're gonna talk about it because it's hard to forget. Anyway, the whole thing about this franchise is that, in spite of all its ups and downs, it has remained consistently looked at, throughout history, the history of cinema, as some of the best examples of like conventional filmmaking. because the models and the space battle back in the day was top of the line, amazing quality stuff. And to think that majority of that stuff is from 1977, before heavy computer generated imagery was even
I
a
know
thing.
it was like touched up, but I was really impressed by how good it did look.
Oh yeah,
I really did think it was going to be garbage. I'm not going to lie.
It just speaks to the quality of which, like little improvements. For instance, there's stuff that's going to be in the next one. I am glad that they included, and I'm glad that they threw in and improved upon. This one was the biggest offender of that. The biggest offender of adding things and changing
Especially
things.
in that Moss Eisley scene.
Yeah, the Mos Eisley scene is infamous for that.
Like,
Whereas
a lot of people were just like, dude, all these CG things look so bad, but they look a little bit better.
yeah,
Like
whereas the touch-ups
in this version at least.
whereas the touch-ups that happen later on in episodes 5 and 6 are more subtle and they're better.
One of
in
the
my
best
opinion.
touch-ups they actually did, like I remember watching on the special features back when they originally put out the VHS with the remaster version. was
Yeah.
When they were in that land speeder on Tatooine, the floaty car thing.
Yeah.
They said the way they originally did that effect is by actually they had wheels underneath it, and it was like an actual vehicle that was rolling on the ground, and they used Vaseline on the original film tape that actually smudged it out, but it left this kind of weird, like, bronzish blur underneath it.
Yeah.
Looked
So
like a
when they
force
went
field.
back and retouched it for the second version and this version, they actually managed to, like, make it look a little better, like where there wasn't anything underneath. So that was one of the things.
And also the Mos Eisley scene where it pulls back and you see the scope of the city, that wasn't there.
Yeah, that's
You didn't see how big Mos Eisley actually was.
Yeah, the Mos Eisley shots actually pretty nice.
Yeah, I like it when.
Is there gonna be like a video that I could watch that
Yeah.
would show the differences?
yeah.
Side
Oh
by
yeah,
side or
absolutely.
something?
If
'Cause I
they,
feel like that would be
they're all
super
over
interesting.
they're all over the internet. You can go on to YouTube and type in Mos Eisley scene comparison original versus Disney Plus, and they'll have up there what's in and what's out.
Oh, did they do this specifically when they brought out Disney Plus? Or?
They changed stuff when they put it on Disney Plus.
So that's
to-
when they did the change with the shooting scene, where like
They both
instead
shot
of,
at the same
instead of
time.
it being
Disney
like
Plus
Greedo
hasn't been out
shooting
that long.
first.
I can't believe I don't remember reading about that or something.
Yeah,
They-
I read about it before
Oh,
Disney
there's-
Plus came out, and
there-
like people were like, "Yeah, they made some changes in Star Wars. Some are good, some are eh."
Well,
Like,
there.
but
the
I
one-
didn't really know exactly what they
well,
changed.
The
and-
one thing they added in
out.
this one that people were pissed about with the shooting scene was right before Greedo shoots, or before Greedo and Han shoot, Greedo yells "McClunky." That wasn't in the special edition.
Yeah, I didn't remember that either. So,
Yeah. So
What the hell does that mean?
no one knows. You see, that's
Okay.
another
Is
thing.
it just supposed to be like him yelling an alien expletive at him, and so
Yeah.
he just blows him away?
Potentially, yeah.
I guess
I
it's
could
just
see
the
that.
added effect of having him shoot. So
Yeah,
You wanna know-
McClunky.
So, I mean,
pow.
at least like we said, they synced it up on this version as compared to the original retouched version in '97, where they basically made Greedo fire that shot first. Han kind of teleports, scoots to the side,
Yeah,
I
it
and
looks
then
stupid.
shoots him.
The more you describe it, I almost feel like I have seen that.
Hold on.
It looks goofy as hell.
But like maybe it was like a meme or something where I saw it.
Here we go. I just gotta type this in. There it is. Greedo shoots first. Yeah, this is so. Yeah, here's the original like 1977 one on the left. The
Cool.
2004 like widescreen release on the right. So this is it right here. And I've got the audio muted, but it happens right about here.
Okay, that does look real rough and original. That's what I was expecting me to have to sit through.
Yeah.
Color correction was pretty nice.
Jak
in
Oska.
97.
Yes, I
release.
bet you have. Yeah, right there on the left.
Boom!
Boom! He just
gets
shoots him
blown
outright.
away.
Look what happens on that's on the left. Look on the right side now. Watch Han. Pew! Just he just teleports to the side for no
like
good
an
reason.
inch.
Yeah, I'll yeah, right here. You see? Watch. Look at him. Look at. He's just like, and to the right, pow. You see? That's
It's so
stupid.
subtle, but
That's stupid. Duh.
I don't like
what's
that.
that little one that goes off at the? Oh,
That's Greedo's shot deflecting off of the wall. Ping.
I don't like
that
that.
doesn't even look right.
Oh, and
okay.
look, Han shoots twice. Look,
Yeah.
Han shoots.
That's what I was saying.
There's
like,
one.
What is that?
There's two. Boom.
I was like, that doesn't
Oh,
look right.
oh, look at that! Look at that right there! Look at that shot! Look at Greedo there. Just wabam!
That's a dummy that they freaking exploded.
Yep.
Yeah, I actually kind of think that out of the 3 versions, like I'm kind of okay with the Disney Plus one.
I'm
honestly.
okay with. I'm better with it.
Because like I do like the original, him like going boom and everything, but the Disney Plus kind of looks the best overall.
And look, even the flash right there, the little flash that happens under Han right there, so you can see like that's actually him shooting, and then boom, Greedo.
I do just really
explodes.
love the original effect of just like, you know, all of a sudden Greedo just kind of blows up. It's just kind of like, oh, damn.
Fun fact: the actor that's playing Greedo is a woman in that suit.
Oh, that's
Which
right.
is only important because you never
actually
like see
didn't know
their
that.
feet in any of these scenes, so it wasn't really important. But she's literally wearing heels on set.
Oh my god.
So
Well, to be as tall
Greedo-
as Harrison Ford, who's like 6'1", 6'2", yeah, she
That's
she
the
had to
whole
wear
thing.
like 4-inch heels.
funny.
Well, and plus they didn't care who was in the suits because they were literally looking for actors to dress up because they were just like, okay, who can we get for this? You, makeup lady, yeah. You want to be in the movie? Yeah. It's like, okay, we need you to sit in this makeup chair and look and make you look like a green alien. She's like, anything. And she's like, okay, what's my character's name? Greedo. Okay, Greedo, what happens? You die. Cool. I mean, anything, dude. I mean,
yeah, the stormtroopers, they just throw a helmet on someone and tell them to walk a certain way.
yeah.
So
So, they had a thing with the Mandalorian where they needed a bunch of stormtroopers, and they didn't have enough suits. And so the director literally hit up this fan group
Oh, the
called
501st.
the 501st Legion. That's just a fan of like Star Wars cosplayers, and got them all to come out in their stormtrooper
Those people
suits
are
to be in
really
Mandalorian.
Yes.
They go to
That's-
hospitals. They go to events. They're
that's
just
so
people.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's. I mean, when your fans are dedicated that much, use them. Especially if they don't have any lines.
Right.
Especially if they just stand there and look awesome.
Like, what's the harm in that?
Nothing.
It's
And I
awesome.
think that's what Jon Favreau understood. The guy
Plus,
who
they
did
get
The
to live
Mandalorian.
like a dream of like being in one of their favorite
Yes.
things. So.
They get to just say, I
That's
was
really-
literally in a Star Wars movie.
That's
I
like a
was
very
literally in a Star Wars
wholesome, fun
project. I can
fact.
die
It's
now.
like they called them and they were probably just like, yes, yes,
No,
yes, sir. We were born for this, sir.
I guarantee you, actually, here's how the phone call went. Hello? Hi, this is Jon Favreau. Yeah? We want you to be in The Mandalorian. Look, Frank, it wasn't funny the first time, and it's not funny that... What? Wait, are you saying... This is the... Oh my God! Yes. Okay. Yes, sir. We have hundreds of us, sir. I can call. Yeah. Trust me, sir. They will come from across the country to be a part of this.
I will call everyone.
I
Right
will
now.
call literally everyone, and I guarantee you, he called literally every single Legion based in the around the studios, and was just like, boys, you want to be in the Mandalorian? Get here right now! And
In your stormtrooper
everyone showed
suits.
up. In your stormtrooper outfits, yes.
Yeah.
You have to come in your stormtrooper outfits. No decals, no nothing like that. Just raw. Just come in as a raw stormtrooper. And
That's so neat.
I love that idea. I mean, hell, if we're gonna film a Star Wars thing, I'm gonna call up the 501st like around here and just be like, "Hey guys, you mind being an escort for us? Yeah, like all we need you to do is walk us down this hallway, and just anytime one of us tries to talk, you like hit us in the stomach or something like that." I don't mind taking a shot from a stormtrooper.
So
They
if
work
we
their
ever
asses off
get
on
the
those
kind of
outfits.
money
You
to
don't
license
mind
Star Wars from
anything if
Disney.
it's for a video.
Of course, because honestly, I love making videos. I love having fun, and if I got to take a little pain to have a little fun, I don't mind.
Did you end up doing anything stupid for 200,000?
Oh yeah, I shaved my head again.
Okay.
I think I made a suggestion and we didn't ever do it. It was not a stupid
I
thing. It
had
was
come
just
up
a
with
fun
quite
thing.
a few different things I thought would be good, but I don't remember a damn one of them anymore.
Well,
It was
See,
just
I
kind
was
of
saying
as the
that we
idea
should
came-
make a video where we go to the retro arcade. And
oh, that's right. We never
I
got a
remember
chance to.
one of mine was that I wanted us to try to duct tape you off the ground onto the wall.
Oh, that's right. Because we saw Jeremy from Achievement Hunter do that.
Yeah, and I
Of
was
course,
like,
Jeremy's like 5'4" and 190 pounds.
yeah, I just thought it would be a really because I guess we would start with like 1 foot up and do that, and then
Yeah.
try to support you from there.
Well, yeah. Because, well, yeah, if you all can do that, and I can like support myself by like holding onto a stool or something like that, and then you all, once you get my legs, once you get my fat ass taped up there, we're good. Because then I can just lean back, and then you all can get me the rest of the way.
I just thought that'd be so like stupid, but it would cost so much. Duct tape isn't cheap.
Well, by comparison, I mean, if you buy in bulk, I mean that's the only thing you gotta do, and also Gorilla Tape. Gorilla Tape is the best tape to use because it holds...
tape a person to a wall specifically.
Well, they actually
also,
tested
you
it.
time to rent this house.
But I don't. Who doesn't necessarily have to be this wall?
We could find like a brick wall.
Yeah.
Maybe we could take them to the wall at Prime Ordic, maybe.
Yeah.
Well,
sure.
yeah, because that's cinder block.
Yeah.
So
that's easy.
Off.
Yeah, because honestly, I wouldn't mind doing that at all. Because
honestly, I feel like tape like that wouldn't stick to cinder block very well, though.
Well, oh, dude, you'd be very surprised. Cinder block, where it's very I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I've about said porous, and it gets everywhere. I'm sorry, Kinsey. I'm so sorry. Every time I say that line, Kinsey's just like, I want to kill something.
I really like that character, but that whole scene, every part where they were on that planet.
Yeah, let's just leave it there. So Quinn can be as as disappointed in that scene as you. I know. It's okay. It's okay there. But Cinderblock, yes, it'll stick to Cinderblock easy. Plus, the tape that the test that they used, they actually showed that Gorilla Tape actually held up more weight than any other brand of tape out there. So.
Alright, so what you're saying is we're gonna tape you to a wall with Gorilla Tape. Gotcha.
Gorilla Tape, yes.
Alright.
Ooga booga.
I don't know when this is gonna happen, but we've got to find
Soon enough.
We've got to find some excuse to do this.
Of course. Well, Hey, don't give me an excuse to have a good time. I don't need an excuse for that.
It's like I'd love to be taped to a wall.
I'm up for anything, guys. I mean, honestly, put a mattress under me and let me have some fun. That sounded dirty. I'm sorry.
I was like, no.
It's a shame that we can't
put a mattress under me and hang me. Damn it! No matter how I say it.
I wish we could do this wall just so that you could film all of your reactions for that day taped to a wall.
Yeah, you just bring the laptop out in the hallway. That'd be hilarious.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
we put you on this wall,
Ordic.
and then we just record an entire reaction and don't address the fact that you're just up there.
Yeah, and then we release that video later on. We released just one video of me taped to the wall, and people are like, "What the hell? What happened?"
Such a good idea.
And then we released the video after.
Except
like,
for you've
the
already
day
given
after.
it away at the end of this one.
Yeah, just be like, "Oh, by the way, if you want to know how I got up here, there's a link right there at my feet. It's hard to point because this Gorilla Tape keeps yanking the hairs out of my arms. Yeah, right there. Click it, please.
Oh, to be
Click
fair,
it. I think
I
I'm
don't
falling.
care.
Oh, crap!
I don't care
and
what
then I
the
literally
weather
just
is.
fall. I can
Long
pull
sleeves.
myself off the wall at that point. Be like, I'm falling. Boom! End the video.
Anybody sitting on the couch in front of you will
I
have to
don't
be
care
like,
if it's 90 degrees outside. I will not tape you to the wall without you wearing long sleeves. I'm not going to be that person.
All right. Well, fair enough. Okay.
I won't hurt you.
Pain is temporary. The fame lasts forever. I'm just joking. It doesn't.
If you want to be famous for getting Gorilla taped to a wall, I mean, like, that's your call.
Well, if we show people how heavy I am, if anything, we can get Gorilla in on this. Just be like, hey, Gorilla, we're going to duct tape a man to the wall. You want to support it? Sure. How many rolls you need? How many can you send?
You see, Nate's pretty tall.
And I'm pretty fat.
"Damn boy, he's thick.
Damn, boy!
That's a thick ass boy."
Damn, boy!
But if we can't get them on board, then of course we just have to say...
I'll buy it outright.
Somewhere in the video we have to say, this video is not sponsored by Gorilla Tape.
But we gave them the opportunity to,
But
so...
it could be.
Sorry. Oh, God. Well, we've been going for 3 hours now, and I think it's about...
Damn.
I think it's about high time for us to end it here.
Yeah, I want to go to bed. So.
Yeah, I gotta upload a video or two. So again, everybody, thank you all very much for tuning in. This was Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope, and we hope that you enjoyed it. And we hope to see you all in the next one, The Empire Strikes Back. So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I didn't know what any of these titles meant, but they each seem to make a very clear point as to what's going to happen in that movie.
Yep.
Yes.
We got A New Hope, and then we got The Empire Strikes Back, which makes perfect fucking sense because we did just blow up their toy. So
Yeah, and you think they're gonna take that laying down? Nah,
They're gonna strike back.
and they're gonna strike back hard.
well, but they don't have anything as scary as that, so I'm kind of interested.
They got an
Well,
entire
like Darth
galaxy.
Vader said, your battle station is nothing compared to the power of the Force.
And also, they said, you think that that's the only like dangerous toy that they have?
I'm sure they have others, but that was their big one, is my understanding.
It was their big one, but
It was their shiniest.
it was their biggest and newest one. But here's the thing, Quinn, you can have a a moon-sized planet-killing ball, and you can also have thousands of Star Destroyers at your disposal, which the Empire
I
currently
haven't
has.
even seen one of those, right?
Yes, we have.
Okay.
The Star Destroyers are the big triangle
It was
ships.
what was chasing down Leia at the beginning of the movie.
Got it.
One
They
of
were
those.
also chasing
now,
them, the
imagine
Falcon off of
1,000 those
Tatooine.
coming after you.
I'd probably just like crash my own ship.
Yeah, yeah. I'd just be. I would literally ball up at like send me out in an escape pod and ball up and just be like, I don't exist anymore. Don't mind me. I'm going to die. And they
All I'm
blow me
thinking
up.
about now is that scene where Steven is in his bubble with Eyeball.
Which one?
Steven
with
gets
the
stuck
ruby
in
guard.
space with a ruby. A ruby, not.
Oh,
his
that's right.
ruby.
That's right. Yeah. I remember that
They're
one.
just chilling.
And
Fair
then,
enough.
And then the rubies just
The ruby's
it's a whole thing.
The Ruby's an evil bastard.
We're off track.
Yes, we are.
We're off track.
All right, let's steer us back on. Okay,
The
we're
track
back
was
on.
going towards ending. The
Yes,
video,
we
so-
are ending the video now. So hopefully you all will stay with us throughout the rest of this. Once again, this was Quinn Hasn't Seen Star Wars Renegade Order. And we'll see you in the next one, everybody. Peace out.